Shawty Mixes in that building. Hey, divine ones. All right, so your girl is here in the flesh, and I just want to let you guys know that it is time for some action. All right, I got this prophetic message the other day through a card game of Spades, and God was really saying like He wanted me to pay attention and He wanted me to focus on the message that that I was putting in, right? That I was getting. Okay, now this is definitely for all the divine ones. Okay. And the message was playing your cards right, all right, for abundance. It was playing your talents right. Okay, so when we say in cards, we're talking about talents, we're talking about opportunities, we are talking about relationships, movement, things like that, right? All right, so there's a power in timing, all right? When God gives it to you, release it. Now, I know for artists sometimes it's really hard because sometimes you'll make something 9 months ago and you won't release it, or maybe you guys have like something going on, like agreement with your company or whatever it is, and you can't release it for a certain amount of time, right? Now, I almost said the problem is okay, and so we want to get away from the problem. It's not a problem. The thing is, though, is this action. So if you have the ability to take it into your own hands, or the ability to untrap yourself in that area pretty soon, if there's like a time coming where you guys can understand or revise the plan, revise what you guys are agreeing to, right? Okay, because the whole thing is right when it happens. All right, so let's get on to the spades game, right? So now normally I only play spades every once in a while. So you would say that I'm like more of a beginner. Now I understand and I comprehend the game very well. Okay, but I haven't had that many times to practice. All right, so that message right there is just simply you may be a learner, all right, a beginner in something as far as you wanting more experience in it, but you are a beginner. Okay, but not really a beginner, okay? Because your mindset is very strategic, divine ones, right? So, okay. So anyway, well, I was approached about playing this game, and I'm like, sure, let's play. I haven't played it in a long time. I only play every once in a while, and they were giving me beginner treatment. All right, and once we started to play the game, I think the first game was like a little bit of warm up. I think one of the other players won that game. Actually, I want to say it was the first two games. Maybe it was the first. I want to say the first game. All right, it was the first game, or not the first two. It felt like a really long game. All right. So now this first game that we're playing, I'm kind of doing my own thing, but I'm holding back a little bit. Right, is what I noticed, and God simply spoke, "Take action." Right, said, go on the offensive side. Go on offense. We're about to play offense. We're about to play what our talents are. We're about to play with our hand, our moves. Okay. So as I'm analyzing my cards. I'm seeing my biggest cards and things like that. Now, normally, so this is a new approach, right? Because normally when I would play the game of spades, I'd play something low. All right, automatically try to get those low cards out. My mind was analyzing so fast the script of playing spades, right? So what I understood, what was taking note was that play your biggest hand, like play first. Play first. Don't wait for somebody else. Don't wait to be on the defensive. Don't wait for somebody to play, a lower card and you're trying to top their higher card. You're trying to top with a higher card. Play the best hand that you can. All right. This is action. This is coming direct. This is hitting, pinpointing strengths, pinpointing talents, and putting them in place. All right, in the way that you feel best guided to. So that's not showing all of your hand all at once, but that is moving very strategically, quick, and with action. So the difference between the way of your normal action would be maybe repetitive thinking. Okay, so think it's time for you to think outside of the box. All right. Another thing would be misunderstanding somebody else's hand, or underestimating your own hand. When you lead with that power, when you lead with that action, there's a certain tone that you're setting. Now, some of them, they might start holding their big cards in. So now they're holding big cards in, or they're not able to grasp onto the plan right away. All right, so in this season, I'm feeling like God is wanting you to take those opportunities. All right, He wants you to take those opportunities first. He wants you to get in line. He wants you to, when He gives you a king to play, when He give, like, and so that's a movement. That's okay. So this is basically new opportunities, or a way of movement, or a thought. Okay, an invention. All right, so you got to think about how many of us definitely already thought of like Grubhub and all those places. We always wanted all the places that didn't deliver to have a delivery system. Now there was somebody who put it in place first. So that's the whole thing. It's the action behind something. So these ideas come in all the time. God, the divine is steadily giving the divine ones new ideas. The reason being is because a lot of people don't take action, or they don't take action in a timely fashion that God is wanting them to. And it's understandable. And He allows that time, but it's like He doesn't put all His fish in one basket. He doesn't put all His fish in one basket. He doesn't put all of His eggs in one basket. All right. This is staying fit and staying ready for the opportunity. So this is saving also, or looking at your savings and understanding that. Okay, say you have $5,000 saved, $7,000 saved, right? This is when you see an opportunity in an area that you really love, whatever it is, clothing, whatever it is, website, whatever it is, you see an opportunity, you take it. You take that money, you get to it, all right? Because there's a certain vibration, all right? And especially if you've been feeling pushed and urged into that area, then it's just like, it's another sign, all right? It's God giving you that divine flow, and He wants you to move into it. All right, so play your hand first. And this is also a message we were getting maybe in one of the Libra messages, all right, of you speak first. All right, so not waiting for somebody else to speak to you. This is like boss leadership energy and things like that. If you're feeling a vibe, if you're feeling something, then offer. This is offering. This is volunteering. This is standing up for what's right. This is correcting action. All right, this is action, action, action. If you see something that's spilled on the floor, clean it up right then and there, type thing. All right, because God is, I feel like there's a big opportunity coming to you, divine ones. There's constant opportunity right now that's being unleashed on this world, and I'm definitely feeling the energy right now. And I'm not trying to, it's prophetic energy, so not a lot of times, but most of the time I feel it first. I feel the energy of what's coming, and the deception that is going to try to come into your mind with this new opportunity that you have, or this new way of thinking that you have, this going along with the divine flow and divine abundance. It's like playing your cards. You got all these different talents, right? Now, when is the right time to play that talent? When is the right time for you to put that talent into play? All right. Maybe you haven't been thinking about acting since you were a child, but it's something that you really love. All of a sudden, they're having like, a show in town, and they're wanting people to, the people from the city or wherever you're at to create a movie together, right? Taking advantage of that opportunity to get your feet wet, jumping into it. All right, these are leaps of faith that God will be throwing to you, but you'll see it in your hand. It's one of your dreams. It's one of your talents. It's one of your goals. All right, and even if there's other players playing at the exact same time, it's like you're all pulling that card out. All right, so why not be the one to go first? All right, this is maintenance of energy. This is being authentic. This is setting the tone. This is trend setting. A lot much trendsetter energy. All right, because you have to think about the game of spades when you're playing. If you won the last round, it's your turn to play first. All right, so it's what are you bringing next? You're setting a trend. Now you're setting, it's like the suit. Okay, you got the heart, the spades, the diamonds, and all of that. So it's like you're putting that out first. All right, so this is the energy of not allowing opportunities to pass by. All right, the divine is wanting everybody to grasp onto the opportunities that He is setting there for them at that time. All right, and it's a season of blessing. it's a season of harvest. All right, we definitely have this harvest energy coming in. All right, so this is people reaping rewards for the things that they already put out, for energy that they already put out. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is the energy. All right, so have you guys seen the Hunger Games? Definitely leave a comment if you see the Hunger Games, where in the beginning of the game, right, they dropped everybody off at the platform, and they had like, it was like this kill mission, honestly, because it was like all this, I'm going to use the term divinity, all right? There was all these tools that they needed. These divinity tools. It was all these tools that they needed. You know, if they needed a bow and arrow, if they needed a knife, if they were a person who fished, they needed like a fishing hook, like whatever it was that, you know, the team is tapped in, the divine team is tapped into you needing, you know, I just seen a first aid box, okay, that first aid kit. If you're somebody who is taking care of people and different things like that, or knowing that you'll need to take care of yourself in some type of form or fashion, right? And it's just like everybody got dropped down at the same exact time. And then literally it was like everybody's cases open at the same time. And then it's just a big pile of, we're saying gifts, divine gifts. All right, it was the tools that they needed, any tools. All right, so same difference. All of these gifts for them to go on through their journey, to survive, to be able to take offensive positions when they need to. All right, to, you know, this is for lively sake, so this is life journey. So you got to think about compassion being out there. You got to think about hope being out there. You got to think about leadership structure. Classes are out there. All right, you know, mentorships. Motivational speeches that you can go to, seminars, sermons, dang it, what are those things called? I haven't been to one in a long time. But it's like when a business or something, it's like it's a social event where everybody gets together and they're passing out business cards and things like that. Everybody's getting to know each other's gifts and their purpose and like what they bring to the table. All right, what is it? What is it called? I don't know why I'm struggling to think of what it's called. It's going to come up like literally right when I get finished or whatever. But I swear it's like, it's that event. It's serving each other, trading. It's oh my goodness. So, all right. I don't want to look. I'm like, let me slow down. The point is, everybody had the same opportunity to get all of these gifts, this divine package, these things that were made specifically for them. Now, I don't, you know, I may not need a bow and arrow, okay? But somebody else does. That's how they hunt, you know. That's how they get what they need and things. So it's their job, because I might see it and I might like it, you know. And think, oh, I might be able to use that for something, or I might use it for a different purpose or something. So even though it was created for them, it's up for grabs, you know. It's up for grabs. It's out there. You know, there's a reason in the beginning of Spades, a lot of people, they say count your books, you know, oh, don't worry about these guys. I'm getting these off. But you know, they'll say count your books first, and like it's like projecting a little bit out there, like how many books you think that you're gonna get and things like that. And you'll be surprised what you win with. You'll be surprised what numbers that you win with and things like that when you take the divine order of your hand. Not worrying about what everybody else has in their hand. How can you put your hand out there to create the action that you want, that you're intending to create the trends or the vibration that you are wanting, all right, to be put out there, okay? And you know, this is really big. This is big energy, because you got to understand that a lot of these gifts right now are out here for grabs. And I'm feeling divine ascension also. So I'm feeling like, you know, intuitives and all things like that also, which I wasn't feeling at first. So that's like very insightful. It's just like, it's who do you dream to be? What do you need? All right, what do you want? Is this okay? So for another example, for those of you who are starting businesses and things like that, it's like the divine package is that you know, that shout it out to me, like free money, the grants, okay, not so much loans, but you know, even loans sometimes, you know, depending on how you handle those kind of things. But there are grants out there that you can go out there and get, and you have no idea how many grants go to waste. All right, there's so many opportunities that we're not given and giving out, and they could be. And so now people are like definitely like trying to give out the masses amount because there's like a need for these certain gifts and qualities, all right, in life to be possessed, and for this creative ambitions to be put out there. Okay, so just because they have, like, we're going to use this very vague because they usually have these, but just because they have a hair store in San Antonio, they don't mean they have a hair store in Kalamazoo, or they don't mean they have a, so it's one of those things. It's like, and how can you better create your surroundings, all right, by doing that? This action, this you going first, all right, you playing your hand down there, you moving with power, all right, honor and honesty, like this, you playing your hand for real, all right. This leads to constant elevation, and even though you'll feel like sometimes you might feel like, oh, I don't want to play my biggest card, I don't want to play my biggest one, and things like that. It's like, I don't want to play that, I don't want to put that out yet. I got these other things that I can put out first, or whatever. No, because you want to be very key about vibration, and you want to make sure that you are not missing the vibration. All right, you can miss the vibration on accident. God will open up another opportunity for you. He always does. But then there's still this thing. You're not the only one who wants that opportunity. So he'll put that opportunity within reach. You got to run out there and go and get that opportunity. See, the other thing is, within these Hunger Games, right? You either had the opportunity to run and go and get it, and some people's strategies are different. You either had the opportunity to want to run over there and go and get it, or you had the opportunity to run and go hide. All right, this was insinuating that or understand that somebody might get to those things before you, and you're taking a defense approach to life. All right, and then not only are you taking a defense approach, but it's like the highness of vulnerable. It's you're hiding, you're vulnerable. You don't even have any tools. You're not using any tools. Or you're not using any tools. All right, and then how that just happened. It's like, spit it out, spit what you need to say out, so that people understand. And have the ability to change and things like that. All right. And I'm feeling key energy coming too. So Libra, if you are watching, I had some keys that I was putting up for you guys, and this is definitely a key for the divine ones right here. Yes, but this prophetic message came during the game of a game of spades. Okay, are you gonna hide your potentials? And even with those low cards, it's like, if you it's all about how you play it, and it's about being quick on your feet and quick thinking. This is a mind altering thing, all right? So this is the energy of coming into something new. This is a new way of doing things, and I'm definitely feeling, for a lot of divine ones, I'm feeling the energy of transferring into divine masculine energy, all right? As far as the energy of taking action, okay, there's been too much commitment to stand still, or too much commitment to the order of things that you want to do. You got to figure, even in your hand, you can literally, do I want the hearts to go first? Do I want this to go first? Do I want this to go first? But you got to go out the vibe and the opportunities. And if somebody else plays the card, and you got a high card, that you can trump it, don't worry about who else is going to throw out what. Do what you need to do. Act how you need to act. Reveal the hand, all right? Okay? So yes, I'm feeling action, guys. I'm feeling like, get out there and go get what you want and what you deserve. If God puts it out there, and especially if he puts it in front of your face, take advantage of it. All right. And then also go and search and look for these opportunities. This is definitely the energy of the early bird gets the worm. All right. So you got to think, even in that deck of spades, you play that king, you might trump everybody, but both of the other people, if you're only playing with three, or two against you guys, both of those other people may have a joker, all right, or the the one that trumps everyone, if they're using a two, whatever they're using, they're that wild card. They might have that, and they don't understand the timing when to put it out there. They could have put it out there and trumped what you had, or vice versa. So this is honing in on your energy, all right, and persuading yourself to take action and put your best foot forward each time. Best foot forward. Then later on, throw out the little ones. Throw out the little ones later on. But right now, it's time for you to put your best play for it, your best hand for it. All right, whatever urge God has given to you, search into that. Go deeper and tap deep into that within yourself. All right. This is key energy for you guys. This is mastering energy. All right. This is how to master your craft. This is how to go with the divine flow. All right. Understanding how to be a trendsetter. Understanding, because this movement that you create and could create a whole new wave. And it all starts with that one individual, and you have no idea how far it goes back. For example, it's just so crazy because I create music. There's been times where I actually would give, I almost said advice, but it is kind of like advice, direction a little bit from the person who created the beat. Like they'll put out a dope title and it's like, oh, I could make a hit to that title. You have no idea how big of an inspiring factor that you can be. And also, other artists say the same thing. I've spoke to other artists, they say the same thing. Or I can tell by the way that they communicate in their lyrics that, oh, we might have seen the exact same thing. Because it's like exposure, okay? What you're exposed to, you can expand on and give your viewpoint and your way of thinking. All right, your touches on it. Okay, so this is very important. Go out there and get what you deserve. Go out there and get what you need before it's all used up. All right, take it to your advantage. Take it to your advantage. Grants out there, especially. I just want to point out Libra, because the personality definitely sometimes influences independence very, very strongly and very heavily, which is understandable. But when you have so many different creative ideas and so many gifts, you lose out by trying to keep so much independence. All right, allow people to help. They're trying to bless. They're doing their job for the community. They're doing what God put in them. All right, paying basically for the world to change. All right, through your eyes, through your vision. All right, what would you do if you knew that you would have success? All right, and I love that. I don't even remember who was the first person who I heard say that, but I love that quote. What would you do if you knew that you would have success? You will put them talents out there, baby. You will put that script out there, baby. You will like literally create that fantastic movie that you've been thinking about. That these opportunities are out here. Even if you can't see it, it's like the gifts, they kind of sitting above your head. You got to tap into it. It'll draw into you. You'll pull into it, all right? You'll gain, I won't say gain followers. There'll be people around you, all right, that are vibing the same way as you, so that you can really understand who your soul family is, all right? This creates a more... This will create yourself feeling so powerful. All right, you'll be feeling home within your own skin. All right, people will be loving you for you. You'll be serving, giving back. They'll be serving and giving back. Equal exchange of energy. All right. And I'll see you guys later. All right, mix this out. Oh, wait, don't forget to like, subscribe. All right, mix this out.